Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo action. Super excited to be here with you guys live as I'm going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, as well as YouTube, as our channel name is MegaSota on that channel. So hopefully you guys check out those streams, send out a message to me as I will shoot you out some luck as you get on after some of this great bingo that we have in store for you guys. We got a $102 minor jackpot at 52 balls or less, a mega jackpot at $33,946 at 48 balls or less. Major prize, we're not even going to cover because at 48 balls or less, you'll just be taking home the mega prize, not that major jackpot. So, should be a lot of fun here as we start to get on after it. As we get after it in this game, I would like to talk about some awesome jackpot winners, as we've been able to give out a bunch of jackpots over our extended awesome Thanksgiving weekend, as we saw 22 jackpots go out over the last 7 days and 356 jackpots go out so far in this season 16. Our first jackpot to go out on our first, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we saw Mrs. Yags over the Riverboat Depot take home $9,044 in that great win. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Yags. We then saw Hey Dav over at the Lodge on Lake Mazaska take home $730, as then $6,664 went out to buy Bitcoin over at JR Mac. The Wednesday jackpots continue as Jod Miller over at the Monticello VFW took home the final pilot, the first pilot payday prize of the week, $2,500. $9,445 went out to Player over at Winners in Sartell, as we then saw J Rock over at Shady's Railside take home $776. Captain over at the Country Lounge took home a $1,009 prize, as we then saw $1,254 go out to TUKSTO over at the West Side Tavern. We saw $836 go out to NGK over the Bar and Grill as our final Wednesday jackpot of a 10 jackpot Wednesday, one of our biggest jackpot days ever. We had JBW over at G Allen's take home $8,863. Congratulations to you, JBW. We now move on to our Thursday jackpot winners, as Thanksgiving saw 3 different jackpots hit players' iPads. The first one was Boehm22 over at the Country Lounge, as Boehm took home $7,509. We then saw the largest jackpot prize go out over the entire extended weekend, as $78,909 went out to MPSC over at Blasco's Embassy Bar. They were able to take home a $78,909 jackpot prize, a mega jackpot in Game Day Bingo. Congratulations to you, MPSC. I mean, not very often do we get to see a prize as big as $78,000 go out. We then saw one final jackpot go out on that Thanksgiving, as Hockster over at the Maurer Brother Liquor finished off Thursday with a $2,500 nice prize. Congratulations to you, Hockster. Well, before I get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday jackpot winners, the actual weekend winners, I guess you should say, I do want to highlight our winner here, as $10.80 is going out to Blind Mikey over at Steve-O's in Crystal. Congratulations to you, Blind Mikey, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting enrolled into this next matchup of Game Day Bingo. This next game will include now a minor jackpot, clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. I know I'm excited to see how this all goes down, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play as I continue talking about jackpot winners. Friday's jackpot started off with a win by Patriot over at VFW Blaine, as they took home $8,503. We then saw the final Pilot Payday prize go out over last week, as $2,500 went out to Birdie60 over at Sal's Bar and Grill. Our final jackpot prize to go out on Friday went out to Frostbite over at the Outlaw Saloon as they took home $7,382. Congratulations to you, Frostbite. We now move on to our Saturday jackpot winners. As Killer over at Sarna's Grill started off our Saturday with an $8,623 prize. Our final jackpot to go out on Saturday went out to TNT over at the Iron Horse Grill and Saloon as they took home $5,489. Crandall over at the Osage Bait and Tackle took home a $6,977 prize to start off our Sunday, as our final jackpot to go out yesterday went out to Fun over at Rapid Rick's as they took home $3,477. Some really fantastic prizes going out throughout this entire weekend. Great to see so many jackpots go out to lucky players' iPads. Still can't believe we had a 10 jackpot Wednesday. That was such a fun Wednesday. We have just 20 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game, and as you do so, I would like you to do us a favor and show us some love by giving our Facebook page a like and follow. Just search up Pilot Games and look for our logo. By doing that, you'll stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also check out the website link on that Facebook page, which connects you to our link tree that has all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play Pilot Games. Our other social media links connecting you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there. So really just the hub of all things Pilot Games is available on that amazing Facebook page right off that link tree. We do have balls dropping now in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We should be having a lot of fun here as we compete through this game too, as we try and give out that $114 minor jackpot. We got Mike W. leading the charge. As we get through this game, I would like to remind you that we play a lot of great bingo throughout our day, as we get every day started off with Game Day Bingo, running from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. I know I have a lot of fun here Monday through Friday playing through these awesome Game Day Bingo games. At 1 o'clock, we will switch on over to a little Lucky 4 bingo action, where you have a shot at a $72,031 prize. That is the largest jackpot prize available today, so make sure you come out in that Lucky 4 game. From 1 all the way till 4, you'll continue playing more Game Day Bingo, working on whatever prizes I'm not able to give out during this lunchtime broadcast, as you'll then play another matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo at 4 p.m. We like to call that our 4 for 4 game, as you could take home $72,000 there if it didn't go out at 1 o'clock. I'll be back once again for another live show for Game Day Bingo running from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. I'll be there highlighting 23 winners throughout that time, and maybe even more if you split a few of those wins up as we normally do, as we will try and give out that minor, major, and mega prize. At 6 p.m., you will then get your final opportunity at Lucky 4 Bingo. This will be another shot at maybe $72,000 if it didn't go out at 1 or at 4 p.m. You'll then hop into more Game Day Bingo that runs from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. to finish off your night. Should be a great bingo running from 12 all the way till 10 p.m. as we are always loving our live bingo in between those times. Some of my favorite bingo, though, comes on our PGL specialty nights. Our first PGL special night coming up next week is MegaSota Game Night. That gets started at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Lots of PGL points to be won there, as well as great cash prizes. Ending off with a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale game, where you can take home $29,296 in 54 balls or less. You do not want to miss out on tomorrow's specialty night, MegaSota Game Night, getting started at 6:40 p.m. Before I get into our other PGL specialty night, we do have Player over at the Municipal Liquor Store La Center, taking home $10.80 on our must-go win here in this game number 2. Congratulations to you, Player, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a minor jackpot at 56 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to compete in these games. Make sure you get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. And as we get into this game, I would like to highlight our next specialty night. As I already said, MegaSota game night gets started at 6:40 every Tuesday. We also have Wild Wednesdays. If you can guess it, it happens on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. They're always a lot of fun there as we try and give out some huge cash prizes, as well as some great winnings as we try and enjoy some great opportunities at those PGL games. The first game is one of my favorites at 7 p.m. We play a little high-low action where the best player takes home a first-place prize and the worst player in the state takes home a first-place prize. You can also get a chance at our PGL matchup, Vikings Victory, which is also another fun Vikings-themed game that you guys don't get to play very often. So it's always a lot of fun there on those PGL specialty nights, MegaSota game night, as well as Wild Wednesday. Make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world if you do plan on coming out for either of those nights, as we'd love to see you guys competing and trying to take home those points to try and compete in the top 10 PGL standings. As we get after it here, we got just 40 seconds before we are in this game number 3 of Game Day Bingo. I would like to highlight some national days as we celebrate National Fritters Day on today, as December 2nd allows for no frittering away of the time. So make haste and get them while they're hot. Fritters come in various forms, from morsels dipped in flavor batter to bits of dough stuffed or filled with a delicious surprise. All of the varieties are deep fried and served hot with dips, drips, and dustings of seasonings, sweets, or sauces. Cultures all over the world make some kind of fritter. May believe ancient Romans first consumed fritters. They then introduced them to Europe. Most commonly filled with fruit or cheese, fritters can also be filled with savory meats, seafood, and vegetables. Well, serve up some fritters with your meal tonight. You can try corn fritters or apple fritters. Another favorite is potato fritters. Try a few different recipes, but sure to share your favorites with us and give us some ideas. What kind of fritters we should be enjoying on today? What is the best Minnesota fritter out there? Let us know. We do have balls continuing to drop in this game, but fritters seem delicious to be able to highlight here on today. I've always loved a good apple fritter. That is one of my personal favorites of the fritter family. I don't know if I've had many other fritters in my life. The classic apple fritter is one that I've always enjoyed, especially in the donut sense of an apple fritter has always been delicious, and one that I enjoy as a morning breakfast before I went to school as a kid. But it's a great one to be able to highlight. I should definitely try potato fritters. I would also like to try like corn fritters as well. I feel like all the fritters, they can't taste that bad. If we're talking about some good old fried goodness, I should say. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. Again, happy National Fritter Day. As we come to the back end of this game right here, I'll get started on our next national day, National Mutt Day. Mutt Day encourages us to embrace, save, and celebrate mixed breed dogs twice a year, on July 31st and on December 1st. Despite longing for a new home, millions of loving and healthy mixed breed dogs in shelters wait for someone to come and adopt them. National Mutt Day provides an excellent opportunity to find the perfect canine companion. Despite the name, a mutt learns, obeys, and trains much like purebred animals. While their lineage cannot be traced and their features a bit murky, their companionship will be faithful. According to the ASPCA, approximately 3.3 million dogs enter shelters every year. When these abandoned and often abused animals find their way to a shelter, each one needs a forever home. Whether you know it or not, the potential is limitless. Some of the benefits of adopting are often hidden. Humans and canine both enjoy increased physical activity. We do have Daryl over the Howling Dog Pub. Perfect location as I'm talking about National Mutt Day, as Daryl takes home $15.30 on that must-go win. Congratulations to you, Daryl, as we now get enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot. Clicking up now to 58 balls or less, getting more exciting as we get after it in this game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. Just a minute and 35 for you guys to get enrolled into this upcoming game as I keep on talking about mutts on today. Another boost to adopting a dog is social interaction through daily walks. Like humans develop patience, these four-legged companions learn to trust and new limits. For example, as dogs explore the many scents of the human lifestyle, they usually discover shoes are off limits. No matter the breed, size, or demeanor of the human canine, the shelter will take the time to find the right home for their animals. They schedule visits and they have procedures in place to promote healthy adoptions for families and individuals. While some dogs experience injury or illness, the shelters work with veterinarians to heal the animals before making them available for adoption. Of course, shelters always welcome donations and volunteers. Dogs love walking, playing, and being loved even if they haven't found their forever home. Every moment they spend socializing increases their opportunity for adoption. Well, visit a shelter on today and see what kind of dogs you can find, as it is National Mutt Day, encouraging you to get out there and maybe think about finding a lovely mutt to add into your life. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight. Some of my favorite dogs have been mutts, as my family have always been open to adopting any kind of dog. And so my grandpa, he's owned mutts. Both sides of grandparents have owned mutts. We've owned mutts. They're great. They're a great pup, even if they are kind of a blur of a bunch of breeds, and you really don't know what they come from. We got balls dropping in this game number 4 now. $165.67 is on the line at 58 balls or less. Not to forget about the mega jackpot, $33,996 at 48 balls or less. And then we even got a must-go prize that if you click past all these ball counts, we'll be giving out $25.90. Not too shabby. As we get after it, I do want to highlight our next National Day, National Special Education Day. On December 2nd, National Special Education Day recognizes changes in federal legislation that led to the nation's first federal special education law. Beginning in 1971, a U.S. District Court case in the District of Columbia, Mills versus Board of Education, ruled it unlawful to deny exceptional children, including those with mental and learning disabilities, publicly funded educational opportunities. Court cases like this led to the 1975 Education for All Handicapped Children Act. President Gerald Ford signed this legislation into law in November 29, 1975. The federal legislation requires states that accept federal money to provide equal access to children with disabilities. In 1986, legislators add protections to support parents and educators in creating an education plan for children with disabilities. Then in 1990, the Education for All Handicapped Children Act was renamed the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, and improved access for all children with developmental delays. Through the years, the Act has been enhanced and improved services and standards throughout the educational system. A great one to be able to highlight, as we want everyone to be educated. We want to keep on educating, make sure people are able to enter the world as independently as they can, as I know this is just a huge thing, as I grew up working with these kinds of programs, and having a mom that worked in special education, that this is near and dear to my heart, and so I definitely like to highlight this one on today, National Special Education Day. We do have Mike over at the Sherwood Lounge in St. Paul taking home $25.90 in this game number 4. Congratulations to you, Mike, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. As we now get enrolled into this next game will now include a 60 ball or less minor prize. We just saw Mike take home the must-go prize at the 60th ball dropped. Well, if we can do that once again, we'll be seeing over $100 go out to a lucky player's iPad. We got $190, and that's continuing to grow as we get enrolled over the next minute 45 seconds. But I'd like to shoot out any kind of luck to anybody who's playing today that is a special educator. If you are out there working in special needs, I shoot some luck out to you as we remember the importance on this awesome National Day. Last National Day is one that I'm sure a lot of you guys are out there celebrating, as it's Cyber Monday. It is the internet's answer to Black Friday deals. The official observance takes place on the Monday after Thanksgiving. While internet-based companies traditionally offer the best holiday shopping on Cyber Monday, it is to compete with Black Friday deals in brick-and-mortar stores. Things have been changing. However, in more recent years, Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals tend to run together. Some start as early as the week of Thanksgiving and run right through the holiday season. But don't neglect online deals. There may still be savings to be had. This is an easy day, as in 2014, Monday after Thanksgiving, online sales continued to trend upward with a 15.4% increase in revenue from 2013, making it the biggest online shopping day in history. In 2014, Americans spent on average of $124 per order on Cyber Monday. Social media also ramps up advertisement opportunities, bringing potential shoppers to retailers' online stores. Cyber shopping is expected to be up again this year, with a predicted $3 billion in sales. Purchase on mobile devices also have increased, adding the convenience of cyber shoppers for the holiday. No longer do you have to strap into your PC or Mac in order to make the online purchase. Purchase can now be made on the train, during a morning commute, while waiting for a doctor's appointment, or during your lunch break, like many of you guys are on right now. This is an awesome one to be able to highlight, get those deals. I am much more of a Cyber Monday man than I am a Black Friday guy, and so enjoy this awesome National Day on today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of those national days. National Cyber Monday, National Special Education Day, National Mutt Day, as well as National Fritters Day. Hopefully you guys can enjoy some of those great national days as you guys are out there enjoying some of these games right here. We are continuing to have balls drop in this awesome matchup. I can't wait to see who ends up taking home this great prize, as we already got players 13 balls away. As we work through this game, we got to talk about a big win for us, as I was worried about this game. I didn't necessarily say it as much as I was worried about it coming into it, as the Arizona Cardinals, not a bad team. They've won against some pretty tough teams, and we've been playing some close games against some, what I'd call some pretty poor teams. And so I was worried about this game, but we were able to get the win, a 23-22 victory over the Arizona Cardinals, as the Minnesota Vikings were searching for an offensive rhythm well past halftime. Aaron Jones had another turnover. This confident, connected, and resilient team didn't flinch, though. Sam Darnold's second touchdown pass of the second half went to Jones for the Minnesota's first lead in a minute 13 with a minute 13 remaining. And the Vikings rallied from 13 points down to beat the Arizona Cardinals 23-22 on Sunday for their fifth straight victory. Sam has been absolutely huge for us in these moments, where everybody needs him, said Coach Kevin O'Connell. Darnold passed for 104 of his 235 yards in the fourth quarter against a blitz-heavy Cardinals defense, whose 5 sacks helped deny the Vikings the end zone until Darnold hit Johnny Munt with 1 minute 17 seconds left in the third quarter. That was the second offensive touchdown against Arizona in a span of 15 quarters. Pretty impressive stuff by our Vikings. Sam Darnold said, dude, I'm just going to continue to do my job every single day, and I'm just going to keep it that simple. Very, very good stuff for Sam Darnold, and a fantastic win for our Vikings. But we got a fantastic win here as Biggie Lewis over at the Big Louie's Bar and Grill is taking home that awesome prize of $206.66. Congratulations to you, Biggie Louie, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This will be a double must-go matchup. I'm excited to see how big that must-go prize grows to, as it was already at $30, and you guys are just adding to that prize as you guys get enrolled over the next minute and 40 seconds. So even though that minor jackpot did go out, we still have another fun prize to get after here as well. So get enrolled and press play as I continue talking about our Vikings. Big stuff for our Vikings. Getting the win there was definitely something that we needed to have go down. Cornerback Stephon Gilmore, the five-time Pro Bowl pick and 13-year veteran who has galvanized the defense this season, departed in the second quarter with a hamstring injury. His replacement, Fabian Moreau, was a frequent target. But we ended up being able to hold him back relatively in that game. Josh Oliver was missing in that matchup, and so we saw some big plays come from our other tight ends, like Johnny Munt, who really stepped up in that game, as I was expecting it to be a real dominant performance from our obvious tight end T.J. Hockenson, which he did finish the game with. Let's see what he finished the game with, as I moved on too quickly from that matchup, as he has over 200 yards already with the team, as he just came back a few not too long ago. But in that matchup, we saw T.J. Hockenson have 28 receiving yards. Johnny Munt, 22 receiving yards. So they were both splitting the load on that one. Justin Jefferson had 99 yards receiving on 7 receptions, getting him his next 1,000-yard season. He has now had 5,000-yard seasons so far this year, as he now sits at 1,038 yards in these 12 games. Very, very impressive stuff by Justin Jefferson, as he just looks to continue his string of dominant performances. He's now closing in on 7,000 yards on his career. He just needs 63 more yards before he hits 7,000 career yards. That is an impressive start to a 5-year career. I'm expecting even more big things from him as he continues to dominate this season as the #1 target for Sam Darnold, and has really been able to take a lot of the pressure off of the quarterback who's trying to have is having a really big bounce back season. Sam Darnold, shout out to him, as he has been a ice cold in those, and I mean ice cold in or I should say not ice cold, stone cold in the big moments, as he's been able to make big play after big play in these close games that our Vikings have been having week in and week out. It's been, one-score game between us and the Cardinals, one-score game between us and the Bears that went into OT. Titans, that was just a 10-point victory. It was a one-score game between us and the Jaguars. It was close into the late portion of the game against the Colts. And so we have really, really been able to win those close matchups, and that's been a lot due to the high-level performance late in game by Sam Darnold. Well, if you want to continue getting some great Vikings action in, we actually have an E-Tab game that's themed after our Minnesota Vikings. That E-Tab game is called Vikings Victory. If you pick out the right lucky letter in that skull bonus round, you'll be taking home an awesome Hail Mary jackpot. It's definitely a great one there, as we're excited for that next matchup for our Vikings as we get ready for the rematch with Kirk Cousins. We're going to be going against them this 8th, so this Sunday at 12 p.m. Should be a fun matchup, as it is the battle of two really good teams, as Falcons sit at 6-6 this year. They're 3-2 away. They're a pretty good away team. Kirk Cousins having himself a pretty good season with the Atlanta Falcons, but it's relatively similar to Sam Darnold's season as well, and I'm sure that we want to prove that we were the winners of that deal. You also have the battle of just offenses, as they have both have some pretty potent offenses with the Atlanta Falcons defense quite questionable. Hopefully, our offense can dominate that defense and have a booming victory in that matchup. We do have a win here as our double must-go prize is actually getting split up, as $49.70 is getting split up between Lucky Rosie and Mikey Mike. Lucky Rosie over at Shore 96, and Mikey Mike plays over at Clive's Roadhouse Blaine. Congratulations to both of our winners in that awesome matchup, as I will be taking a break as you guys play through the next 2 games of Game Day Bingo. I'll be back in just a little bit to finish off some more great Game Day Bingo with you guys in just a bit. Hello guys, a little late here, but I am back better than ever, ready to try and give out these awesome prizes. We got a 58 ball or less minor jackpot of $102. 58 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to compete in this awesome matchup, as I would like to highlight our winners from the past 2 games that I missed. The first game I missed, we saw a $20 prize get split up between A&W over at the Acapulco Maplewood and Christmas Kitty over at the Clive's Roadhouse Blaine, as they each took home $10.65 in that split win. Congratulations to both of those winners. We then saw another great win in that following game, as I keep on clicking on the wrong game because I want to highlight our awesome winner from that matchup, as that was an awesome win by Mike W. over at Breel's Den, as they took home $20.20 in that awesome win there. Congratulations to you. As we now continue to work through this game right here, we got about 40 balls dropped in this matchup, as we got 7 balls away for Rygie Bogues, as we continue to have more players join up with them. As you guys work through these games, I would like to remind you, you can also play our eTab games. We have over 70 different Charitable eTab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games feature low bets ranging from 50 cents to $5. They also include exciting bonus and free play rounds that we'd love for you to check out. So let us know what your favorite eTab game is, as I'll be highlighting the hunting-themed eTab game, Buku Bucks, where you can head to the woods in search of big bucks, play beer pong at deer camp, or test your shooting skills in the Buku Bucks hunting bonus and win trophy prizes. It's definitely a great time there. We love that eTab, so let us know which one is your favorite. We are now 1 ball away for our prize, and we'll see if that minor prize goes out. No, we will be moving on to the must-go, as $23.30 will be hitting the lucky iPad of our player just here in a second. As let's see who it is. $23.30 going out to our winner. Is he going to take 66 balls to give it out? It is, as Vic Ick over at VFW Columbia Heights and Super D over at Shore 96 are splitting up that must-go prize of $23.30. Congratulations to you, Super D and Vic Ick, as we now get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. This next game should be a lot of fun, as we'll have that prize click it up from 58 to 60 balls or less. We were able to give it out at 60 balls or less last time, so we'll see if we can do that once again in this game number 10. As we get after it in this game, I would like to talk about some movies that were released on today throughout history, as we got to highlight the movies released on this December 2nd. All right, and so let's start off our movies released on today with the 1988 work The Naked Gun. This is an incompetent detective tries to stop the assassination of Queen Elizabeth II. The subtitles of the film are from the files of Police Squad. Grossing about $78 million at the box office worldwide, the film was a hit and triggered 2 sequels, Naked Gun 2.5 and The Smell of Fear in 1991, and Naked Gun 33 and 1/3, The Final Insult, that came out in 1994. This is a Leslie Nielsen classic as he plays Frank Dreblin in this one. You also have Priscilla Presley starring in this work and other fun actors and actresses. This is a super fun comedy that is a classic for many. Great one that we get to highlight, released on today in 1988. The Naked Gun, one of my favorite classic comedies. When I think of just great comedies, I think of Leslie Nielsen and all the crazy works that he's done that have been so popular. Great one that we've been able to highlight. Well, let's move on to our next movie released on today throughout history. As our next movie we'll be highlighting was released on today in 2014. This movie is Jingle All the Way 2. Jingle All the Way 2 is about a truck driver named Larry competes with his ex-wife's new husband to find the talking bear that his daughter desires for Christmas first. It is a standalone sequel to Jingle All the Way. The movie was distributed straight to video by Fox. It was written by Stephen Mazur and directed by Alex Zom. You have some fun actors. Larry the Cable Guy plays Larry Phillips in this work. You also have Brian Sabanek, who plays the maintenance man in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Big fan of the original Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger in that work. And I never have seen the second one starring Larry the Cable Guy, but it definitely piqued my interest, I guess, in this one. Fun one that we get to highlight here, released on today. We got about 41 balls dropped in this game right here as we continue to watch these players get closer and closer to this minor jackpot of $145. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to give it out in this game. As we continue to work through this game, I'll be highlighting our next movie released on today, this time in 2016, with Run the Tide. This stars Taylor Lautner as well as Joanne Brandy as the two main actor-actress duo. It's after a drug-abused mother is released from prison and determined to get her family back. Her oldest son kidnaps his youngest brother and escapes for the California coast. Taylor Lautner was the 2017 Teen Choice Award nominee for Choice Movie Actor in a Drama for this work. Very cool stuff. Run the Tide, released on today in 2016. This is another movie that I have never seen, but great that we get to be able to highlight it here on today. We do have a winner here as we're splitting up our must-go prize of $34.50 in this game number 10. As we got Loopy over at VFW Spring Lake Park and Player over at the Municipal Liquor Store La Center. Congratulations to both of our winners, each getting a little bit of that $34 as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a minor jackpot. Click it up from 60 to now 62 balls or less. I'm hoping that we can give it out at 62 balls or less as we can give out a minor jackpot and a double must-go before I leave you guys off to play more great bingo as we continue. But I only have 2 more games with you guys live, so get enrolled, press play, as I want to announce these awesome wins. As we move on to our next movie released on today. This is the 2022 work, Violent Night. Christmas action comedy film about Santa Claus saving a kidnapped family from mercenaries on Christmas Eve. The film was directed by Tommy Wirkola from a screenplay penned by Pat Casey and Josh Miller. Film took place on February 2022 in Winnipeg, Canada. It was produced by 87 North Productions. Stars David Harborough, the iconic actor from Stranger Things, as well as I think he plays. Gosh, what is his other iconic role? He is. Gosh, where he's the big old devil-like dude? I can't remember it. You also got John Leguizamo and other fun actors and actresses in this work, Violent Night. Maybe give it a watch on today. Again, another movie I have never seen, so maybe give it a watch here. We got one more movie that I'll be highlighting released on today. It is the 2022 work Emancipation. This is a historical action thriller that follows a runaway slave as he traverses through Louisiana on a torturous journey to escape plantation owners that nearly kill him. The film was directed by Antonio Fuqua. The film originally released was delayed due to actor Will Smith's infamous outburst at the 2022 Oscar ceremony. Will Smith stars as the main actor in this work. Again, I have not seen this work, but could be a one worth a watch that was released on today, Emancipation in 2022. Some interesting movies released on today throughout history, so maybe give a few of them a watch. As we move on from our great movies released on today, as we move on to a little bit of Minnesota Wild news, as they currently sit at 16-4-4 on the season and have taken first place in the Central Division. Huge move there as we pass up the Winnipeg Jets. We are tied with them for 36 points in the Central standings, so it is not a surefire we own that first place spot. But after coming off a nice win, definitely looked good. We had as Jared Spurgeon scored 1 minute into overtime, and the Minnesota Wild beat the Nashville Predators 3-2 on Saturday night. Kirill Kaprizov and Declan Chris Holmes also scored for the Wild, who are now 5-1-1 in their last 7 games. Philip Gustafsson stopped 25 shots. Spurgeon, who scored twice in Friday's win against Chicago, took a pass from Kaprizov in the slot and fired a high-risk shot to beat Saros for his 3rd of the season. For the second time in 2 nights, the Wild struggled to put away one of the bottom dwellers of the Central Division, but they ran their record to 5-1-2 when tied after 2 periods, and got just their second overtime win in 6 chances this season. The key moment of that matchup was with 3 minutes and 44 seconds to play in the 3rd period. Zachary Hendrew broke in alone on Gustafsson, but the Wild goalie kicked it aside, a wrist shot to keep the score tied. It was a big moment for Fleury, for Gustafsson, who has been having a fantastic season so far. 16-4-4 first in the Central Division, not too shabby. I am excited for our Minnesota Wild as they are getting ready for their next matchup, which will be happening tomorrow night. A little Tuesday night matchup at 7 p.m. as our Wild will be taking on the Vancouver Canucks in that game. Canucks certainly sit at 13-7-3 on the season, so it won't be as easy as a victory as we just had. We do have a winner here as our minor jackpot's going out before I continue talking about our Wild. As Super D over the Shore 96 over in Shoreview has taken home $199.64. Congratulations to you, Super D, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. As you guys now get enrolled into this next game, we'll be working on a double must-go prize. As that bingo prize already set at $43, you guys are just going to continue to add to it as we get enrolled into this game number 12. But if you aren't going to play in this game number 12, you should check out our E-Tab game that's themed after our Minnesota Wild. As you guys are playing Wild-themed Game Day Bingo, we also have Let's Go Wild. It is an awesome E-Tab game where you could check out the Slap Shot bonus round to see if you can score yourself one of those fantastic jackpot prizes. It's definitely a great time there, and we'd love for you guys to be out there enjoying it. As we continue to get after it in this game, I would like to remind you that while you're playing Pilot Games, don't forget to share those awesome player pictures with us. We absolutely love seeing your smiling faces, and if you hit a jackpot, hold up your iPad and show off that happy face with the jackpot message. We'd love to celebrate with you. You can also send us pictures of you playing with your friends or your favorite bartender. To share your pics, you can either direct message them to us on Facebook, post them with the hashtag PilotGames, or even email them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. We cannot wait to see all the fun moments that you guys capture out there while playing our great games. Speaking of some great games, our Timberwolves have been playing some really great games as we currently sit at a record 9-10 in currently after getting a great win, a first win in quite some time against the Clippers. Anthony Edwards scored 21 points and helped the Minnesota Timberwolves stop a 4-game losing streak to hold off the Los Angeles Clippers 93-92 in an NBA Cup game Friday night. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 12 points and 10 rebounds, and Julius Randle added in 11 points and 10 rebounds for Minnesota, who overcame a 22 turnover and another blown double-digit lead. In that game, key moment, Edwards hit a pull-up three-pointer with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go for a 92-90 lead in that matchup. Takeaway from that game is the 11-point second quarter lead evaporated in the type of funk that has troubled this team since reaching the conference finals last season, be it from a lack of intensity on defense, a stoppage of movement on offense, or both. With 3 straight turnovers to start the second half, the Timberwolves found themselves in a tie game soon after. We definitely need to limit those turnovers, as turnovers has been really the main contributing factor to us not being able to just get dominant win after dominant win. We are a better team than most of these matchups. We do have a fun matchup coming up tonight, though, for our Timberwolves, as we will be going up against the Lakers at 7 p.m. tonight. Should be a fun matchup. Lakers a very, very good team, and so it's going to be a tough matchup for us, but we are favored in this game. So we'll see if we can end up getting the victory there. I'm hoping for a nice game for our Timberwolves, as it does look like, I think, LeBron James. Well, there are going to be a few guys that are going to be game time decisions for this matchup. So we'll see how this all goes down. Should be very interesting. We do have about 40 balls dropped in this final game that I'll be live with you guys for. I do need to highlight one more ETAP game themed after a Minnesota sports team. It's our Minnesota Twins. It's a great ETAP game called Twins Win. You can check out the Home Run Derby bonus round in that game, where if you pick out the proper batter, you'll be taking home a Grand Slam prize. It is always a fun time there. We'd love to hear how you guys are enjoying it. As we are coming to a close of this game, we got 50 balls dropped in this matchup with a lucky one right now, 1 ball away. We'll see if they can take home this awesome prize in this game. As we wait and see who's going to be taking home this awesome prize. Actually, I won't get into it just yet, as we got player and lucky 1 right now 2 balls away, and now lucky 1 just 1 ball away. We'll see how this all goes down. I'm very, very... It's coming down to the last little bit. $67 is on the line in this game. As still, nobody has been able to get it here. As Squirrel over the doghouse in Parker's Prairie is taking home the win. Congratulations to you, Squirrel, in this awesome game. As we finish this up and get enrolled into some Lucky 4 bingo, I do have a player spotlight. As MPCSC over at Blasco's Embassy Bar took home $78,000 this past weekend. And over at Blasco's Embassy Bar, they support the St. Peter Red Men Club. Their mission is to promote patriotism and the American way of life, to provide social activities for the members, and support various charitable programs. An awesome charity, and a reminder that when you guys play pilot games, your community wins. Make sure you guys join me once again for a little game day bingo from 4 to 6 tonight.